Why do people train at altitude? What's it all about? What are the advantages? Training at altitude can help because as there's less oxygen here, your body initially works harder, but eventually it adapts by creating more red blood cells, and it's thought that that can help make you faster when you then go back to sea level.
But does it make you faster? Well, the general consensus is that if you're not actually racing at altitude, it's debatable whether it makes you any faster. I've spent a lot of time with the physiologists at British Cycling when I worked there, and none of them were really convinced about spending time at altitude.
But a lot of really good athletes do train at altitude, so what's that about? Why do they do it? Do they know something we don't?
Well, the evidence suggests that the benefits are marginal. There are certain compromises that you make when you train at altitude. You can't train as fast, you can't train at such a high power, you can't do such hard interval training sessions. Maybe your recovery is compromised. I find that when I first go to altitude I get nightmares and weird dreams.
There were ways around some of these problems, and one thing that you can do is that you can sleep high, sleep at altitude, and train low. That way your body still adapts, but when you're training you can still get the level of intensity that you want.
Or you can sleep in an altitude tent, which I haven't done personally, but I know people that have, and it's not much fun.
There are more than just physiological benefits to training at altitude. Here at Font-Romeu, it's a really nice place to be. There's loads of really nice trails and it's really relaxing. And so training in a nice environment where it's cooler and there's maybe other athletes that you can chill out with and chat to is mentally good too. Being surrounded by athletes of all levels, right up to elite level, is really inspiring and really motivating. So if your event's at altitude and you've never trained at altitude before, it can be a really, really good idea to go somewhere and just learn how your body reacts and to get a bit of the benefit of some altitude training, which hangs around for quite a while. If you're going to go before, ideally either go 24 hours before or less, or go 7 to 10 days before. 3 days is sort of the time when your body's just starting to adapt and you have what some people might call an altitude bonk, where you actually feel at your worst if you do react badly to altitude.
So we hope that you found that useful, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yep, see you soon.